So hi all. This is the difficult video that we decided to shoot. And first and foremost, this is not trying to make views or something. This is because we really felt we should make this video. And as you guys all know, Sushant Singh Rajput passed away uh, today morning, and he committed suicide and he hung himself in his flat in Bandra in Bombay, and his body was found, and the post-mortem report revealed that he committed suicide. The exact details of the death or other circumstances are still being investigated upon, so we don't want to speculate, but looks like it was a suicide. And this is something which is very tragic, because Sushant was one of the most upcoming actors of the new generation, along with Ranveer Singh, maybe Ranbir Kapoor, and Varun Dhawan and some other actors. And um, one thing that separated Sushant from any of these actors is that he chose very relatable roles. He did not choose larger than life roles, and he was very picky about his roles. I remember seeing MS Dhoni. I remember seeing Kedarnath. I remember seeing Chichore last year. And all these movies were very
Hmm.
simple storyline based movies, something like Three Idiots, or movies like that, drama movies. Which uh, really connected with every one of us. My mother, my father, we all liked him as an actor. And he was just a normal boy who worked hard, came up the industry, had to really work hard. I think started off with TV shows, right, Rithnesh? I think he started off with
Exactly. Yeah.
TV shows in 2009 and 2011, and finally got his breakthrough in 2013 with Kai Poche, for which he won the Filmfare Award for the Best Male Debutant. Then he went on to star in the movies which I mentioned about, that is MS Dhoni, Kedarnath, I forgot the movie with that song, Main Tera Boyfriend, and recently Red Chichori. And his career was starting to peak, and he was reaching new heights. And that is when this tragic news struck all of us, and it's very unfortunate. Before giving it to Ratnesh, to I would like to say, may the Lord give his family a lot of strength, and may Sushant's soul rest in peace. He contributed to this industry for almost 12 years, TV and film combined, and we would all like to thank him for whatever he has done for the industry, and may his soul rest in peace. But definitely gone far too young, definitely gone very early. Had a very bright future, and not surprised to see. And I was just going through the news feeds and Twitter, and the internet has exploded. The pretty much each and everyone in the Bollywood industry
Exactly.
have started paying their condolences. I was looking at Akshay Kumar sir's post, Amitabh Bachchan sir, Shah Rukh Khan. Everybody is honestly sad and shocked, because he was loved by all. Nobody ever expected this. Because recently, just about a week back, his manager passed away, and he had posted his condolences on Instagram and Twitter. So nobody expected this would happen to Sushant Singh Rajput. And um, as far as the research goes, I was able to understand that Sushant was dealing with severe depression for the last few months, and he was going for counseling sessions and therapy sessions, and he was meditating a lot, but nothing pointed to the fact that he was going to take his own life, in such a fashion. He was found hanging in his home in Bandra today morning. It's very unfortunate. And this is something that comes with fame, guys. This is something that is happening far too many times. We had very dear people leave us in the last few years, Ratnesh. We had Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, Avicii, the Grammy Award winning,
Lincoln Park.
music artist. We had Amy Winehouse, who took her own life. We have Sushant Singh Rajput, and we have countless examples in, not just
Heath Ledger, who was, I mean,
Heath Ledger,
yeah,
one of our favorite
that,
superheroes, not superheroes, villains of
that
all
was
time.
tragic. Yeah.
That was really
Yeah.
tragic. And the people don't talk about this often. And we would like to say that depression is real. Depression is a real thing. The only actor who has spoke about depression is Deepika Padukone. She spoke about how she struggled for so many years with the limelight, and how she was able to overcome depression. And we feel that it's very important to talk about it. Don't keep your problems to yourself. Speak to your friends, speak to your family, speak to your loved ones, speak to your wife, girlfriend. If you have no one to speak to, make a video, speak to the internet. Don't keep things to yourself. And this is not something that only happens to Sushant Singh Rajput. It could happen to me, it could happen to Akhilesh, it could
Exactly. I
happen to
mean,
anybody. So very tragic news, guys. May his soul rest in peace. And now I would like to hand over the session to Ratnesh, could you please react first of all to Sushant's passing, and what you feel can be done to reduce the number of suicides? Because I personally feel that suicide should never be the last option, should not be ever an
Exactly.
option. No matter if you end up on the streets, I still feel we can work hard and build our life again. I feel very sad when I see 9th standard kids killing themselves because thoda marks kam ho gaya exam mein, or some high school students killing themselves because of failed love. I mean, taking your own life is the biggest sin, according to me. So, Ratnesh, could you speak about the incident and also share your thoughts on, how society can address depression and suicide in general, not just celebrities, even common men.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, first of all, Abhilash, it's absolutely saddening and it's just heartbreaking. The news we came across today. Sushant Singh Rajput, just 34 years of old, 34 years of age, had committed suicide, and strength to his family, condolences, and to his friends and family at this difficult time. But Abhilash, I do feel there's something, an underlying issue, that it's just not just these actors, but Abhilash, just one statistic I would like to give. In Japan, right? In Japan, a
Mhm.
lot of elderly people who are like take the step of suicide. They commit suicide out of loneliness.
Yeah.
uh, these are the people who are like 50s, in the early 60s or late 60s, who take this drastic step, and we have seen the same thing in the US, and some part of to a large extent in the UK and Europe as well, uh, which sadly no one really talks about, is the loneliness, and especially during these times where it's during a pandemic where we are advised not to venture out, not to go out randomly, or go out only if it's needed. And even though there's no lockdown right now, but
Yeah.
still people are confined in their homes, and people are work, like me and you, we work from home as well, right? So I mean, yeah, this is an underlying issue, and I think recently Karan Johar had made a video where he was talking about his, like these actors, right? These actors are like, uh, they're naturally a people's person. They have a lot of interactions every day. Like most of them are extrovert. So like Karan Johar was telling like how depressing and how lonely he was during this phase, and I mean, I don't know. We can't judge what the situation was with Sushant Singh Rajput. Was it due to loneliness, depression, or some other issue that was going around him? However, the news that we came across is absolutely tragic, and yeah, as you said, some of his some of
That's my
some of his
puppy.
movies has that's our dear puppy Mintu. Yeah, yeah. Some of his movies were absolutely amazing. I think the last previous movie Chichore, where he
That was a
the
fantastic
issue
movie. He speaks about children killing themselves because they don't get admission into some college or IIT or some medical
into
college.
colleges and stuff. Yeah, exactly, and it's quite ironic that he had do this. I mean, that's yeah. So that's what it is. Very very shocking, very saddening, and yeah. And also I would like to say, like, big people have reacted, right from our prime minister to Rajnath Singh, to big names in the Bollywood. Nawazuddin Siddiqui said, like, he was stunned, like he just can't believe he woke up to this news of Sushant Singh committing suicide. So yeah, Vilash, I mean, it's just saddening, and but I do feel
It's
at the
it's
same time
very
that there
sad.
is an
I think
underlying issue.
in India we have this problem, where parents put a lot of pressure on their kids, first rank chahiye, second rank chahiye, and kids take it too seriously. There are so many cases of high school students, middle school students, college students killing themselves because they don't perform to what their parents expect them
Exactly.
to. I don't think you should look up to anybody when it comes to performance. You set some goals in your life. If you reach that, good. If you don't, work hard and try again, right? You don't need to kill yourself for that. And also, I
Exactly.
mean, Ratnesh, maybe in the industry, in the Bollywood industry or the show business, there might be other factors as well, right? We might think, okay, inke paas, or these people are very rich, they have the best of cars, the best of homes. What else do they need? Why are they depressed? But It's not like that, people. It's not like that, guys.
Yeah,
Just because you have a Ferrari and a 10 crore rupees ka flat doesn't mean that you might be happy. You might be missing something else in life. So we should understand this from a more holistic way, from others' perspectives. People could be dealing with a lot of things. Like, there is a lot of pressure in the show business. You have to keep on keeping your body in shape. You have to keep on evolving yourself to please the audiences. Hrithik Roshan was recently saying
follow
that.
specific diet. I mean,
Yeah, Hrithik Roshan was telling in his recent film, that not in his recent documentary, that you have to constantly evolve, because the audience is not happy with anything. They want a better
exactly.
version of you in every movie. So it's very hard on the mind. And also, if you go lower down the order, guys, like, not in Bollywood, if you go, let's say, to to second tier film industry, or if you go to the TV industry, there are plenty of
TV
harassment
industry. Yes.
cases. Lady actors face a lot of issues. People are not paid on time. They do the shoot and they get their salary months later. Directors and producers,
Months
act
later. Sometimes
ask for
they don't even get it.
people ask for favors, especially from female artists, and we don't want to talk about that in this episode. But there are a lot
Exactly.
of things in the show business which is hard. We, the audience, just want to see our favorite superheroes on the big screen, but behind the scenes, it's a lot of pressure. So we don't want to talk about depression in this episode that much. We just wanted to pass on our condolences and say that depression is a real thing.
Just yeah.
We should always take our time to listen to somebody who is in need. You might have somebody sitting next to you in office, or at home, or somebody who is going through a lot in his life, and all he might want is to have someone to speak to. And it's great if you guys could
Speak
be
exactly.
the person who listens to that person. That could save his life. And this is not something that is a joke. This is something which is very serious. And depression is real, guys, but depression is not the end of the world. It can be solved through talking is the only solution. And I'm sure Ratnesh agrees with the same. Maybe
And soon,
closing thoughts from Ratnesh on
I,
this video.
just like to add, and soon, we will be having some of my friends are part of this industry. They are actors. They are actively working in the industry, the Kannada industry, the Malayalam film industry, and also uh, till some extent in Bollywood as well. So what we would be doing, we would be trying to get them in
Yeah,
our
sure.
upcoming episodes so that we
We
can
will.
have their view.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
We
we
will
will
try.
have
We will try to get
their
somebody. Yeah.
opinions. We'll try to get them, and
So
we'll
that
have their
you
opinions and
guys
their
so that you
insights.
guys get an inside perspective of what it is like to be in the industry. I'm pretty sure at least some of the people who are watching this video might be having aspirations to go to the show business. It's great, but you should know the pros and cons. So maybe
It's great. I mean,
Ratnesh can bring somebody from his contacts for the next video that we talk about
yeah.
this.
So that's what we would be trying to
Sure.
bring them, and we'll have their insights.
Okay,
So
sure.
yeah, closing thoughts, Abhilash.
Rest
Very
in peace,
saddening.
Sushant.
Very rest in peace, Sushant. Send to the family. I think the media, the problem, Abhilash, with our uh, right now I was watching some news channel, and like they're showing his house in Patna. So Sushant's family, his parents, I mean his father and his sister
Hmm.
stay in Patna. So I mean,
Okay.
straight away the media, the
Oh,
media were trying to you know bombard them with the questions.
this is really
Yeah,
sad, guys. Please give
yeah.
them
So
some
it was very
privacy. Let them
uncomfortable
deal with
for
the
the
laws.
family.
Yeah, this is not like
Exactly.
somebody who's dying at the age of 60 or 70. His parents are barely 50s and 60s, and he's a
Hmm.
very young boy. At the end of the day, he's a very young man.
34, just 34.
Just because he's a celebrity doesn't mean
Yeah.
that yeah. So yeah,
So very
34
saddening
is
closing thoughts.
one of my favorite heroes also passed away at the same age.
Yeah, very saddening closing thoughts. Send to the family, rest in
Sure.
peace. Sushant, you'll always be remembered. Bollywood lost a real gem, and yeah, this is an underlying issue. Depression. You
Totally.
got people have to. Everyone, colleagues, friends, family. We have to be that feature and to take care of
Mhm.
one another, because this is uh,
It could
a
happen to any one of us. Yeah.
real issue. Yeah,
So thank you
that's
guys for
all.
watching this video. Stay blessed, talk to people, stay cheerful. And don't let sadness overcome you. And please do comment and share our video, subscribe to our channel if you like the content, and also please don't subscribe, comment anything negative in this video. It's a tragic incident. So yeah, thank you guys. Take care. Thanks, Ratnesh. Thank you so much for your all your thoughts. Yeah.